Okay, we got 4 drone flights here from the 9th of November. These ones are pretty good. It's been a while since I've gotten actually some pretty good footage. These ones I took early. I figured, with I was fixed the hay bind, cut a little bit of hay right there, so figured, well, I might as well fly the drone. I didn't think I'd get another flight with with as heavy as they're bombing the sun already, the chemtrail. There was an object up in here. I couldn't quite pull it out because usually in this pattern of the cloud, a long time ago I caught a video on my cameras and I gotta hunt that video down. It's like a shield kind of sort of thing, almost like a cloaking device. And yeah, some people will be like, it's not that, I'm crazy. But yes, I caught him actually cloaking the sun. And yeah, I thought my cameras were messed up, whatever. But I looked at it, I don't know how many times, and then I started really paying attention. I watched the time on it, and I mean, there wasn't even a second missing, minute, nothing. So and then that's when a certain cloud-looking material went by just right prior to it, and it went by after it. So usually when you see that pattern in the sky, it's like a little blanket sort of kind of thing. I don't know how they do it, but you can't see what's behind it. It's like a mirror image. Call me crazy, but I've seen it. Yeah, it was a clear sky all day. And of course, as always, right when the sun is setting, the old chemtrailers get their clouds rolling on in. And whoever does actually, cover this up with the chemtrails or whatever, I mean, they've really got her down to an art. Because it's like right down to it's almost flawless timing on it. I mean, sometimes we can catch them where it's, they don't quite cover something up quite fast enough. And that's why I usually, gotta stay on the ball with it, I guess. If you're gonna catch something, sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not. Just with anything else, I guess the same. And my last video with just the two drone flights, I have an actual video from my phone. I forgot to add into that. But I want to do more work on that video from my phone because I am at least 85% positive that there was a round object going through the sky. It went right over my place, and I have it on video, and I just want to make sure I'm right before I really do too much with it. But this one, I mean, it wasn't chemtrailed this bad on the horizon over here in the north and a little bit to the west until later. And then I was kind of concentrating on it a little bit, but I don't know, I just couldn't quite figure out what they had going on there. But the next 2 flights will prove to be a little more interesting, because I don't know, if anybody still wants to say that there is actually nothing going on, everything is fine and dandy, then people need a dose of reality or something. Because you can, see, I'm at this place now, so I'm not at the other place, so it's kind of hard to compare. But this road where the sun is going down actually runs the same direction. Actually, I don't know if I catch the road. Yeah, see this road here? That actually runs the same direction as the road that I'm going to be showing you in the next drone flight. It's just, the next road will just be 1,200 feet more north, and that's the only difference. Now here's the drone flight from the other one. So you basically know that the sun has gone down quite a ways to the left of this road, because the other, actually when I get up in the air I'll do this. I'll show you where the other road approximately is, just like a bird's eye view. The other road would basically be like right here, going the same direction as the road that I'm flying over right now. So our sun went down right in this area already. Our sun is already down. No, our sun would have went down right in here. Sorry. Now I spun to the right, which would have been north, obviously. It looks like a couple lighted objects were coming in here. And this is where I think I looked left, and yeah, right here I think I looked left, and the drone just looked up, and the drone was just taking off, just ripping. I was just like, whoa. But yeah, they caught me sleeping on that one, and they're not going to catch me sleeping very often. They get lucky when they do. It looks like there's an object right there, here, and here. I still can't understand why they think it's Jupiter, but I don't know. Everyone has their own opinion, I guess. I don't know what the deal is with that big streak going across the skyline like that for a chemtrail. I haven't seen a streak like that before with that length to it. But I was almost wondering if we didn't have a flyby from a comet. I'll have to look back at my drone flights, because I think it was fairly recent. Or no, sorry, that was on my camera, not on my drone flight. And it looked a lot like something had done a flyby, actually. I'll probably take that off the DVR and kind of show you guys that, because it would kind of coincide with that, the way the chemtrail is all marked up, or the way it sets, I should say. This is the drone flight that I had a real fun time trying to keep the drone straight. You can see a drone right here off in the distance. He's there like every night like clockwork for I don't know how long. He's just like the Papa Smurf, and then the other Smurfettes are running around above me usually. You can see that's not our sun there. So you can see there's an extra light source, and there's going to be some objects in there when you change the brightness and contrast on them. I was going to try to get like an east shot, and then a dead north shot, or north shot, shouldn't say dead north, but I was trying to get this other light source in there, both of them, and keep the drone from taking off at the same time, because they were all over me pretty bad. Mainly certain nights where they really must not want me to catch this stuff or something. I'm not really sure. That's why I'm not quite 100% sure if it's two different operations on the drones or not, but I know one operation's flying the drones, but I wouldn't see what catching the sunset and catching extra light sources would have to do with their stupidity, I guess, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, the way I look at it, I mean, they're trying to take my drone, so I'm not flying it up in the air catching this stuff, in my opinion. And you know, all's fair in war. You know, you try to take something of somebody's, they got the right to protect theirs. So I mean, they come in on my drone, I'll be, one of these days I'm going to get lucky. I'm going to take one of theirs out, and I don't, not too worried about what could possibly come of it, because in all reality, I would imagine that they're breaking the law, trying to come in and steal personal property. So I'm not real concerned about getting any kind of trouble for it. If I would have been, I think they would have already visited. I would have already got a visit. Let's put it that way. But yeah, our sun would have set pretty close to this over here, but that's not our sun. That's set there. Our sun had already been set for quite a while. But I don't know. I never did talk to a company about. So I'd imagine if a company makes drones, I would imagine they can probably have the rights to find out what drone is where, because it's all GPS. Parrot can go back into all my flights and look, you know, how long I flew the drone, and you know, I'm sure they could watch the video too. It's all GPS. It's all recorded, so I'm pretty sure that they would be able to tell who's flying them other drones, and they're not within the United States. So I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have a problem releasing the information, which I'm not going to ask them for any, but I'm still working on the video for them, which I've been slacking on. I should have had it done a week ago. And they want the video where these drones that are doing this to my drone, they want the video of proof showing that this is going on. And I think I have gone through 20 videos so far, breaking them down and cutting the videos down so they don't have to watch a long video or anything like that. So still piecing it all together, but and then I'm also gonna put that on here too, so in case anybody else loses a drone, you're gonna know why. It's not because your drone, if your drone's gonna act up and take off when you hit takeoff on your drone on your device, and then boom, it takes off like immediately, that's probably an error in like the calibration. Probably you should always calibrate it, but that might be an error within the drone. But when you're up in the air and you're sitting there hovering just fine, and then all of a sudden your drone starts acting up, that's not the drone, that's other drones affecting your drone. So, and I'll release that video, so at least if anybody else that watches this stuff does watch drones, or does fly drones, and you have the same problem, you're going to know how to catch the other drones doing it, so then you can break it down and find out who's doing it. I don't know how a lot of people can just go and do set their drones to certain GPS and then let them fly on their own and let them run off the satellites, which I could do that with mine, but that is a really, really easy way to lose your drone. And a lot of people that have probably lost their drones probably had it set to going off satellites, I'm probably guessing, when they lose their drone, and that's why. So alright, thanks for watching. I'll come up with some more. I'll take them DVR videos off the DVR too.